Keith Farmer then just carefully backed it in. 23-year-old, born into a road racing family, supported by his dad Alan, his mum Barbara, his brother David, his sisters Kathy and Wendy. He's won it. Mega. His third victory in succession. Mega. Behind him, Josh Wainwright has nicked that second place for the... how do you pronounce it? I've forgotten. Well, anyway, the Suzuki team. The AG Suzuki team. Wainwright second, Behan Team Green is third. Wainwright fastest lap of the race, 1:23.26 on his final lap. That meant he was able to grab that second place from Behan. East finished fourth, Newstead fifth ahead of Tim Hastings, Dean Brown, Cody Nally, Johnny Blackshaw dropping back to ninth ahead of Grant Whitaker.
Impressive ride for Keith Farmer, that is so impressive. He didn't have to go any quicker. I reckon he could have gone quicker and just didn't have to do. Broke him early on and just control the race from the front. That's so impressive. I don't think he would have been that dominant in the drive, but who cares? You know, he can ride in the wet like that. Never saw him put a wheel wrong. The guy in his corner who was always coming around telling us about him, the excitable, scary guy, is a guy called Darren Gawley. And he will be in the pits there going nuts at this point, I think.
So, 23-year-old Keith Farmer from 35 Tullybroom Road, Clocher, County Tyrone in Northern Ireland, if you want to pop in and visit him and offer him a bit of backing.
When you get these crib sheets, you're not supposed to put your full address and phone number down there.
I think it's great.
Yeah, not so do I, yeah.
So Keith Farmer congratulated there by both Josh Wainwright and Conor Behan, and all three of them, of course, will be happy lads because they're on the final rostrum of the day. Farmer, well, I was thinking when we have a look at the highlights of the race, we'll see very little of this lad because he really just ran off and dominated that. He moved in 2010. He actually won a club and short circuit race at Bishop's Court on a 2-year-old standard road bike, and then he moved into national short circuits. He's the third fastest ever 600 round Mondello Park, only 0.3 of a second behind a guy called Cal Crutchlow, who's since won the World Supersport Championship. So he's obviously got a fair bit of talent, this boy.
And that was the first time he ever went there on a road race bike. So you know there is something there for this lad. He's impressive.
So the bright blue-eyed Keith Farmer wins it. A great result then from the AG Suzuki team, based in Waterlooville, so very much their local race. Josh Wainwright, the bespectacled Josh Wainwright, 21-year-old from Sidcup in Kent, is the man who gets them that second place. Keith Farmer then gets greeted by his chaps.
And you know, you get the impression it's not just his chaps, it's his mates as well.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And third place there for Conor Behan, who put his all into that but couldn't quite fend off the flying Wainwright. So Keith Farmer wins it by 5 seconds in the end. Wainwright, fastest lap of the race on the last lap, snatches second for Suzuki ahead of Conor Behan's Kawasaki. James East's Yamaha in fourth, Jake Newstead's Yamaha fifth ahead of Tim Hastings' Kawasaki, Dean Brown Yamaha, Cody Nally Kawasaki, Johnny Blackshaw's Triumph and Grant Whitaker's Yamaha. 11th for Rose's Yamaha, 12th Tom Young's Kawasaki, 13th Alex Olsen on the second Haribo Star Mix Triumph ahead of Jonathan Lodge and Adam Lyon. The Suzuki team 2nd and 15th with Dominic Usher, Alex Berkshire, Niall Campbell, Jimmy Dye and James rounding out the top 20. So the standings look like this. Keith Farmer 75 points for 3 straight wins. Has an advantage now of 31 points over James East, who moves second. Conor Behan is third. Dean Brown in fourth place, level with Ben Burke, the winner of the opening round at Brands. Johnny Blackshaw is sixth. Seventh, Cody Nally. Eighth for Dan Kinlock and Grant Whitaker. Freddie Russo in 10th. 11th place for Josh Wainwright with Ben Grindrod. Glenn Irwin 13th alongside Jake Newstead and Tim Hastings. Jonathan Lodge in 16th place ahead of Tom Young, Adam Lyon, Rose and Usher.
And we are here with our third place finisher, Conor Behan. Now, Conor, that race had a bit of everything for you, including something you had to keep knocking back onto the bike at the end. Tell us about that.
Yeah, just the grip come off. The handlebar kept coming off and I kept having to twist it back on. But no, I've got no excuses. It was my own fault the last corner.
Well, you managed that, but you did manage a fine third place. The race, are you happy with your performance?
Yeah, made up. Well, to be fair, I wish I would have got second, but that's one of them racing things, isn't it, you know?
Can't have everything in this game, can you? But we'll let you go to the podium. Congratulations on the third place.
Can just say a big thanks to Dyna Pro Racing, Chris that has helped us out a lot this year, Semtex, everyone that's helped us this year. It's really hard to remember when they're on the spot, but yeah, thanks everyone, cheers.
You do it so well, off you go. So Conor Bean going to the podium now. Second place finisher, Josh Wainwright. Fastest lap of that race was your last lap. You had some pace at the end.
Yeah, well, I got round to the fast, is it Village? As I tipped into there, I thought, I can't let him get me now because he done me on the last lap before. And I thought to myself, I'm just going to put the throttle on now. A bit earlier than I did the lap before that. And it just worked out, lucky enough, and pulled it in.
Flying out there was a great shot. We'll have to let you go to the podium because we haven't got a lot of time, but absolutely, hang on.
Tony Morris and my mum and dad and my brothers at home. And Georgie and Dixie, Darcy.
Don't forget those, Georgie and Dixie. Off you go to the podium. Well done, Josh Wainwright, our second place finisher. Now a race winner, Keith Farmer. Well, I don't know about all this. You're a supermoto rider. You're good on the dirt. You seem untouchable on the track. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling real good. You know, we weren't getting on with things at the start of the weekend, but we made things work, and we're told that this track's really grippy. And I heard that people wanted on slicks in the wet before, so you know we're used to the rain with being at home and that. So you know, we went for it and got a good start. We were there.
Not much more you can add to that, really. We'll let you go to the podium. Well done.
I'd just like to thank everyone that's helped me out. Rapid, Engineering, D&GW Racing, GMC Signage, just absolutely everyone that has given me advice, my whole family, everyone. Thank you very much.
You've even got a bit of the world champion style sticking in your ears inside the cap, haven't you?
That's just the way we roll, kid.
I love it, I love it. Off you go to the podium. Well done, Keith. So Keith Farmer goes to the podium. Let's just take a quick look at the highlights of that race. Jack will take us through it.
Keith Farmer, watch him on the white bike to the right of your picture there. He got a fearful start. He swept around the outside from the third row of the entire front row of the grid, and then simply went swept around the outside into the first proper turn round the outside of Conor Bean. He was in the lead, just like that. And then he checked out, made himself scarce, left this lot to have a rare old battle for the rostrum places. 24 Blackshaw was in there. Number 5 Josh Wainwright ran straight on at the chicane and had to rejoin in the appropriate position just in front of James East. East was in the shenanigans there that cost Johnny Blackshaw and pushed him back 2 places. Conor Bean went through, Josh Wainwright went through. And next time around, it was Conor Bean versus Josh Wainwright as James East got the better of Blackshaw and moved through into 4th place. Swooping through the final chicane, Wainwright annexed 2nd place, but that wasn't going to be the end of the tale between him and Conor Bean. They were at it hammer and tongs right until the closing stages. Conor Bean amazingly riding right round the outside as they swept round Village. Great move by him. The checkered flag was ready though for Keith Farmer. He took an elated and dominant victory. 2nd place just went to Josh Wainwright, who for the fastest lap of the race to get 2nd from Conor Bean, but great ride by Keith Farmer. Conor Bean in 3rd place. Keith Farmer, who was 3rd in the 2007 British Supermoto Championship, 2nd to Christian Iden in the 2008 series, and now really making his mark at the head of the Metzler 600 National Superstock Championship.
Here we go then, the champagne just about to be sprayed. Keith Farmer will no doubt be an expert at that as well. He seems to be an expert on everything else he does in racing. Right, let's go back.